Hey everybody, it's Dr. Michael Romanesco with Independent Dental Solutions. Today I'm joined by Adam Simpson, the president of Stoneprism. Adam, thanks for coming. And if you don't mind, if you could just start off, give a little introduction to yourself and Stoneprism as a company.
Yeah, thanks for having us. Appreciate it. So Stoneprism was founded because of a need from a local practice that asked us about membership programs, and I said, all right, well, let's go find some software. And then what happened was we went through demos and found that they were either too expensive, too complex, or they were just unresponsive. So we turned around and said, all right, well, we'll just build it. But our sister company, NetSonic, we've been around for 23 years on the data center and co-location, hosting, and all data protection services located in Green Bay, Wisconsin. So that's where our background really lies. So the software platform was, with the request was pretty simple for us in order to implement and push along.
And you mentioned an in-house membership program. What exactly is an in-house membership program?
Yeah, so an in-house membership program is a benefit program that practices implement on their own in their practice that's specific for their patients, whether they're new, they're uninsured or underinsured. And basically what it does is it will simplify their lives in that they're not dealing with the nuances of insurance.
And Adam, why are in-house membership programs important?
In-house membership programs are important for practices because it allows them to save time dealing with insurance and the lower reimbursement rates. It allows them to retain and grow their practices as an added benefit to their patients.
Yeah, I just last week I had a list of patients that had left my practice and then the reasons, deceased, moved out of town. And I had two people leave just this past week because they decided to take an insurance program that existed with another practice down the street. And I lost two people just because I didn't have one in place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're finding that they implement a in-house membership program. They're able to retain their patients as opposed to them going to, the large corporates or wherever they can save a couple bucks. You want to keep these people. It's a lot more efficient and effective to retain patients than it is to try to get new patients from a marketing and acquisition perspective.
And simply just having something to offer goes a long way, is what I'm starting to realize.
Yeah, the practices that have the benefits program, it's just another option. I mean, there's some that take a ton of insurances, some take one insurance, and they're limited by that. This takes the 40-ish% of the population that doesn't have insurance at all, and puts them on an even field with competing in that arena.
No, that's excellent. And then I guess the next question would be what are the differences between a membership program and insurance?
Well, insurance, in reality is straight up benefits for the most part. They've got limitations and they've got exclusions of what they'll do and about 3 miles of paperwork. And the in-house benefits program, you basically, the practice will establish what do they want to offer in that benefits program, how much they want to charge on a monthly or annual basis. And then generally what they're doing is giving discounts on additional services outside of what those benefits lists are. So the patient knows exactly what they're getting into, what they're getting, and the practice, it isn't waiting on reimbursement, isn't spending hours trying to collect, and it's typically similar to basically a fee-for-service setup.
Yeah, so the patient wins and the practice wins.
Yep.
It's a win-win.
You got it.
Wonderful.
You got it.
So Adam, as I was saying, my practice currently doesn't have a program in place, and a lot of the reasons why we don't is just lack of understanding, for one, of how to put one together, and then for two, how to implement it. And I'm assuming that's where Stoneprism comes in. And
it does, yeah. We run across that a lot. We're either running into the obstacles of change. Some practices are adverse to change. The staff may think they're going to be increasing workload. In reality, what we're really doing is reducing workload in terms of insurance reimbursement, things like that. And we're increasing or decreasing the time of payment. So we're finding that probably half of the practices we talk to when we mention in-house membership benefits program, they kind of gloss over and don't really know what we're talking about, and that could be depending on who we're talking to at the practice. Mm-hmm. But we find that the practices that are really really hitting it hard are the ones where the doctor is guiding the staff to say, hey, implement this and get everybody on board. And that's where we're seeing the biggest uptick in membership growth in those practices using the platform.
Sure. So explain then, exactly what does Stoneprism do?
Yeah. So Stoneprism, the software in the back end, basically its design is to automate the in-house membership program, and in terms of adding patients to the membership program, setting up automated renewals and payments, whether that be monthly or annual. Gives the ability for the practice to establish plans based on what they want to establish within the benefits of those plans, set their own pricing. But basically what it is a one pane of glass portal that they can turn on, manage the entire aspects of the membership program and the renewals.
So you guys do everything from helping create the plan if need be. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah. Well, generally, when you look at all the plans across the board, they're all very similar, and a couple of cleanings and x-rays and things like that are all included generally across the board. Some practices have additional services in-house where they might have ortho or something like that may or may not be included. So yeah, we'll turn around and help them, walk them through establishment of the plans. We'll do some research in the area and see if others are doing membership programs and see what their pricing might be. But generally, a practice will turn around and take their retail rates of these benefits and establish a discount baseline and come up with something reasonable for their patients.
And then how does Stoneprism interface with? Is it like a white label, or how does the software get managed in the practice?
Yeah, so the platform has its own URL. So what it is basically you'll link it from their existing website or use it as we can integrate into their own domain name if they've got access to that. But basically it has no branding whatsoever for Stoneprism. It's all branded with the practice logo, practice colors. The patient doesn't know anything about Stoneprism. The practice knows about us because that's who's doing the back end of it. But otherwise, it's all entirely branded to the practice.
Yeah, and and what about when practices already have a plan in place? They can certainly benefit from this software, correct?
Absolutely. Some practices are managed in these with spreadsheets and things of that nature. And what happens is they lose the renewal automation. And when you lose the renewal automation, your percentage of renewals will go down exponentially. So, just like your cable bill, you're getting that every month. They're not calling you every month and saying, hey, you're going to pay, or every year, hey, are you going to pay? This is all set up automated. And, so as long as the patient has not canceled, it'll continue to renew. And that just simplifies your job.
And Adam, what would be your advice for somebody that's looking to go down this path?
Yeah, I would, basically our process is you turn around and we'll gather some information from you. We'll ask you questions. We'll provide a demo of the platform. We'll ask you what challenges you're having with your uninsured base now and with your insurance base for that matter. And we'll determine, whether this is a fit or not. If you're only going to have 20 members, I would contend you could probably just get away with a spreadsheet in that regard. But
sure.
If you want to grow this past 20, 30 members, using a platform is very important, whether that be ours or someone else. It's very important just because it automates and simplifies the overall process, and you'll do that with somebody you're comfortable with. So.
And then how can a practice get started now with Stoneprism?
Practice, all they need to do is they can visit our website, stoneprism.com. They can give us a call, and that's at 920-662-0008, or they can email sales@stoneprism.com. And what we'll do is we'll ask questions, and we'll go through a live demo with you, and then when you're ready to get started, we'll turn around and figure out what the plans are going to be, any other exclusions or benefits you want to offer, set your pricing, and basically once that's done, you can add members that day.
Awesome. Well, we'll include all the contact information that Adam just said. We'll include that in the post that you're seeing now, so you can get in touch with Stoneprism and get started. And I just want to thank Adam Simpson, the president of Stoneprism, for sitting down with me today. Adam, thank you, and looking forward to doing some work with you.
All right, appreciate you having us. Thanks so much.